Okay, the activity we are working on today is called Complete a Table and Graph a Linear Function. And this is the code DC2 on your 8th grade IXL. Complete the table and then graph the function. So they have the function up here, y equals x plus 1. So for this, if I take my x value and I plug it in here, this would be the same thing as 2 plus 1, which is 3. If I take the 3 and I plug it in there, it's going to be 3 plus 1, which is 4. 5 plus 1 is 6. And 6 plus 1 is 7. Once you have that, you can plot these as ordered pairs. Remember, they're x, y values. So the first point is the point 2, 3 on your graph. 2, 3. So I'm going to write this down again. And if you forgot how to graph, 2, 3. Remember, X comes before Y in the alphabet, and you're always going to start on the ground on the X axis before going up or down for the Y axis. So you go over to 2 on the X, then you go up to 3 on the Y. Remember, X is left or right, positive is right, and then Y is up or down. And if it's positive, you go up. Okay, so that's the first point. The next point is 3, 4. So we go over to 3 and we go up to 4. Okay. Now, if this is a linear function, you only need 2 points to complete a line. So we can just click submit once we put 2 of those points on our graph. Okay. Let's jump up a level here. Okay, so again, let's follow the function. Let's do 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. And 4 plus 4 is 8. We need to plot the point 0, 4 and 2, 6. Let's go and plot 0, 4 and 2, 6. Now 0, 4 means on my x, I don't go anywhere left or right. I just go up 4. And 2, 6 means I go over 2 and then I go up to 6. Right? Now we're getting a little bit more challenging. It's getting a little bit more challenging. So this is where you're going to want to use your paper and write these down. Starting with the first one. What I like to do is write my function at the top of the paper. Negative 4x plus 29. And then I take each value underneath it and I plug it in. So the first value is x, 5. So I'm going to do negative 4 times 5 plus 29. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20 plus 29. It's the same thing as 29 minus 20, which is 9. So this one is 9. Then, let's do it again. We need to put 6 there. So we're going to do negative 4 times 6 plus 29. And negative 4 times 6 is negative 24 plus 29. Now, since these are different signs, this is a positive and that's a negative, you subtract. And then if we ignore the signs for a second, 29 is bigger than 24, right? So we're going to take the positive with it. So 29 minus 24 is 5, and it's going to be positive 5. So this one is 5. And the last one, we're going to plug in 7. So we're going to do negative 4 times 7 plus 29. I know that negative 4 times 7 is negative 28 plus 29. Again, different signs. I have to subtract. 29 minus 28 is 1. 29 is bigger than 28, so we're going to make it a positive 1. So let's put in our numbers. You do have to type the numbers in. It's 9, 5, and 1. And then you have to graph it. And the points that I think we should graph are, it doesn't really matter. You could pick any two. Let's do 5, 9, and 6, 5. 5, 9, and 6, 5. So 5, 9, and 6, 5. Okay, so remember, x before y, we're gonna go to 5 on the x. So let's climb on over here to 5. And then we're gonna go up to 9. That's the first point. Then we have to do 6, 5. So let's go over to 6 on the x and up to 5 on the y. Okay, looks like we have a negative slope here. We can actually double check if we want to. Y2 minus y1, right? We can subtract the y's. 9 minus 5 is 4, and 5 minus 6 is negative 1. So it has a slope of 4, negative 4. And that makes sense because rise over run, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and negative 1. Submit that. Okay. All right, let's jump up another level. Let's do a real hard one. See how hard we get. Okay. Okay, this looks like it might confuse people. But look, it says y equals negative 2. And guess what? There really is no function to solve here. We're just going to type negative 2 in for all of the y values. That means on this line, every single y value is negative 2. Okay? So let's plot 2 points. Let's plot 1, negative 2, and 2, negative 2. 1, negative 2. Again, we're starting at the origin. We're going to go to positive 1 on our x, and then negative 2 on the y. There's the first point. The second point is 2, negative 2. So we're going to go to 2 on the x, and we're going to go down negative 2. And since y equals negative 2, this makes sense. Every single y value is negative 2 on the line. Okay, let's skip up to a couple different, let's go up to the second ribbon. Let's see what we are dealing with. Okay, it's basically the same. You just plug in your values. It's just giving you more values. That's all. And let's jump up to 90. Do one of those. Okay, so now it's asking us to graph the function, but it's not giving us any values. So here's what you do. Let me show you how to do this. Create a little table. It's called the function table. And let's go x. Let's write the function. Create a little table. And the y is over here. And we're going to plug in our x values. Let's plug in negative 1, 0, and 1. Those are the ones I recommend. You could pick any numbers, but you don't want to get too big or you're not going to be on the graph. X plus 6. Okay? So take our x value, plug it in here. It's negative 1. Negative 1 plus 6 is the same as 6 minus 1, which is 5. Okay, let's put 0 here. 0 plus 6 is 6. And if we put 1 here, we have 1 plus 6, which is 7. So our points, we can plot any of these points. We can plot negative 1 for x, 5 for y. And let's do 0 and 6 for y. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to plot the first one. So negative 1 on the x, 5 on the y. I have to go up to 5 right there. And then 0 on the x, which means I stay put. And then I'm going to go up to 6. There it is. That's how you do it. So once you get up to this high level, all you have to do is just go ahead and create your own values in a chart, and that's how you figure it out. Now, if you see the fractions, don't be alarmed. Remember, 1/3, it's the same thing as dividing your x value by 3. So if you create your table, it's y, If you create your table, you do -1, 0, and 1 for your x's. Okay. If I plug in, you could pick, you could pick x's that divide by 3. Okay. This doesn't really divide by 3. This doesn't divide by 3, but 0 will divide by 3. So let's pick 3. Let's pick these two because we only need 2 points, right? So 1/3 divided by 0 is just 0. And then 1/3 uh, times 3, the same thing as 3 divided by 3, which is just 1. Okay. So if you get the fractions, don't be alarmed. Just divide it by that number on the bottom.